it's just beyond what I could imagine. It's perfect.
Thousands will cross this threshold for the first time, filled with uncertainty, hope, fear. And one of the first things that will greet them is this: a place created for the family, because physician-scientists at Emory Brain Health know that each diagnosis is given not just to the person, but to all who love them.
So you can walk in and feel the love for Mary in here.
This lobby represents Mary on a lot of levels.
The vision for this family lobby, the shared vision for brain health, comes from Mary Rose Taylor.
The name Brain Health Center is something that Mary came up with 10 years ago, and even that, Mary was way ahead of all of us, thinking about the future is keeping our brains healthy, changing the focus from disease to brain health. But to have a warm, welcoming place where people can come, sit and hopefully relax, learn, and know that they're coming into a special place.
What we found out in the study.
Right now, we're working with the ophthalmology lab.
This is what we're thinking.
A place that fittingly showcases young minds on Research Day, working hard to find answers and cures. Mary's own journey of advocacy was born when her husband, Mac Taylor, was diagnosed with Alzheimer's. Her journey gave birth to a movement, one of awareness and philanthropy.
And she started Family Affair with one small dinner, and look what it's become now, and all the people she's gotten involved. And I think that Mary has taught us how to handle adversity and not let it take over, but let you take over in a positive way.
Harriet and Charlie Schaffer are lifelong friends of Mary's. Charlie was diagnosed with mild cognitive impairment 7 years ago. MCI is often a precursor to Alzheimer's.
I've known her a long time. She's a great person. She's always giving herself to some cause or some idea. And once she makes up her mind that she's going to conquer something, she'll conquer.
For the woman who fought so hard for others, Mary's diagnosis 2.5 years ago of ALS was personal for everyone who loved her, especially the man who would soon become her husband, Dennis Lockhart. They spoke of their realization of their love for each other 2 years ago.
I told him first that I loved him.
While I was driving, I came close to driving off the road. A lot has changed in the last 2 years. Mary's lost her ability to speak. She's had recently the tracheostomy that puts a tube in her throat and connects her to a breathing machine, so the machine does the breathing for her.
It's a disease that comes literally out of the blue. Usually happens, average age of onset is about 58 to 60 years old. People feel healthy. In fact, most people say, I've been healthy my whole life. How could this possibly happen to me?
Dr. Jonathan Glass, the head of Emory Brain Health's ALS Center, was Mary's friend long before he was her doctor.
Your first lesson was this week?
He and his team are constantly seeking new therapies, discoveries, and interventions for the ALS patients they see each year. That Mary, their biggest advocate, is now a patient, inspires them to fight hard as ever for that next breakthrough.
It's really unfair. I mean, here's a woman who has really dedicated her life to helping people with Alzheimer's disease and other neurodegenerative diseases, who gets a neurodegenerative disease herself. Doesn't seem fair, does it? But it's never fair. It's never fair. I see it literally every day. And it's frightening.
There is still that sparkle in her smiling eyes, her devoted Dennis by her side. And her emails? They're prolific as ever. Just days before this event, Mary was strategizing with her team about a new philanthropy gift for brain health.
One thing is what gives meaning to life. My suspicion is that what keeps Mary going is a purpose in life. And we are part of her purpose in life. You know, she knows that we have such potential to change the world and that we can't do it without her.
Hi, welcome to the Emory Clinic.
Indeed, the Director of Development for Brain Health, Stacia Pelletier, sums up the influence one woman can have.
I remember when I was first thinking about accepting the position to head up fundraising for Brain Health, I asked my then boss, who's no longer at Emory, well, who's in charge of Brain Health? Like, which faculty members, who's leading this? You know, I said, is it Dr. Levy? Is it Dr. Rappaport? Is it Dr. Barrow? Dr. Burke? And her answer was, Mary Rose Taylor is in charge of Brain Health at Emory.
Mary knows the power of family when it unites. She also knows the power of a place created with family put first, a holistic place of hope where patients realize they are not alone. And so Mary sends these words to us tonight from her home where she is watching this video with us. Hope is born out of the partnership we have forged with Emory's dedicated physician scientists and healthcare professionals that have come together in this groundbreaking brain health center. Our collaboration is unique in the country and holds the promise of exciting breakthroughs in research and patient-focused care. As the founders of the Brain Health Center, imagine the possibilities as we continue our philanthropic support, continue our advocacy efforts, and welcome more families to join us in our efforts. Love makes all things possible. The love of family and friends has brought us to where we are today.